Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we got to talk about Mercedes, that's right, the car maker, because they're going Terminator, and heads up if you own one of these vehicles. Now this is coming from Devin Coldaway from TechCrunch. I thought this was a really interesting write-up. Mercedes owners in the United States are soon going to add a new luxury to their Mercedes vehicle, and that would be ChatGPT. I'm not kidding here, because Mercedes is adding the AI agent to its MBUX infotainment system, though we're not 100% sure exactly what it's going to do for us just yet. Now, U.S. owners of models of Mercedes that use MBUX will be able to basically opt in to this beta program starting tomorrow, June 16th, and therefore activating ChatGPT's functionality. This will enable, obviously, the large language model to essentially augment the car's conversational skills. You can simply join by telling your car, "Hey Mercedes, I want to join the beta program." Now, it's not really clear what this is going to be used for at the moment, but you know, here we go. Obviously, people need to drive, you need to navigate, you need to control the media, your car's basic functions and all of that. And so a voice interface oftentimes is the safest bet. I use the one in my car, although it doesn't have ChatGPT, when I can say, hey, call 1-800 whatever, or wherever I'm trying to call, and it will basically read that back to me. I don't have to take my eyes off the road, my call is connected, etc., etc. Now, ChatGPT, though, excels in basically seeming human, while performing back and forth on any topic and inventing new facts, oftentimes, you know, to basically keep that exchange running smoothly. So Mercedes described this new feature as such: users will experience a voice assistant that not only accepts natural voice commands, but can also conduct conversations, end quote. So I guess if you're lonely, you can talk to your car and your car will talk back. Maybe it'll fall in love with you, although it's not running Microsoft's version. Now, soon, participants basically who ask the voice assistant for details about their destination, to suggest a new recipe, or to answer a complex question will receive a more comprehensive answer, obviously while paying attention to the road. A relatively complex query like, what's a good independent sandwich shop on my route that's within half a mile of a gas station, is going to stump the standard voice-activated interface in any car, but ChatGPT, given the knowledge, can easily answer that question. Now, if you don't have a passenger to look that up for you, that's also a really nice thing too, because it can simply query the GPS, find all the shops, find the highest rated one, find the optimal route, tell you about it, and read reviews as you are driving to get your sandwich. Now, the interface promptly says, or I should say prominently says, if you look basically, you know, when you're looking at this, powered by ChatGPT in Microsoft AI. So I guess it can fall in love with you. I missed that when I was putting together these notes. And so basically that's in the Mercedes Me app for the MBUX entertainment system. So if you have that on your iPhone and Android, see if you can see that powered by ChatGPT. Now, if you're worried about privacy, obviously you should be, although Mercedes very loudly and prominently also expresses its concern over your data as one of their drivers. It is clear that they're going to retain and use your conversations. And I quote, "The voice command data collected is stored in the Mercedes-Benz Intelligent Cloud, where it is anonymized and analyzed. Mercedes-Benz developers will gain helpful insights into specific requests, enabling them to set precise priorities in the further development of voice control. Findings from the beta program will be used to further improve the intuitive voice assistant and to define the rollout strategy for large language models in more markets and languages," end quote. And so I can totally see basically an anonymized quote-unquote voice command read by, I don't know, Morgan Freeman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, take your pick, on a very distinctive voice, and basically the analyst being like, oh my God, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mercedes, assuming he has one of these things. Now, this is a beta test for the record, and so learning what people use it for is actually kind of the point. You're opting into this. You're helping train basically the ChatGPT powered by Microsoft for Mercedes. And, you know, if you're obviously the private type, you're not going to do this kind of thing. I probably wouldn't, although I do find it fascinating. Lord knows I find this fascinating. And so, you know, I think this has some real practical applications to the point where you can ask it complex questions, you know, like, hey, you know, I really need to buy eggs right now. You know, what is the closest supermarket within a 5-mile radius that has the cheapest amount, you know, or cheapest cost of eggs, while, you know, basically understanding gas prices, so I'm not going too far for cheap eggs and spending more on gas. And ChatGPT can say, oh, you can go 3.2 miles instead of 4.8, and you will save $2.47, you know, on gas. I mean, so you know, and eggs. So I mean, I think that's something that's interesting, but overarchingly, What I think a real good practical application for this would be to integrate it into BMWs and just have ChatGPT take over using the turn signals for the driver. That would be a great use of its skills. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everybody.